Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Rakak. And I want to say Shalom to you Akben out there pursuing this truth diligently. Coming at you once again with another lesson. I tried to film this one earlier in transit, and the whole half of the video I did got deleted. I don't know what ended up happening with that. So, unfortunately, right now, it would have been uploading right now, but I would have been, on the way back home. I would have been made the second part and everything, but it all got deleted. iPhone doing its thing, so gotta make it all over again from scratch. So this one's titled "Doing is Key." All right, and it's a follow-up lesson to yesterday's lesson titled "Listening is Key." All right, and you can go and see right here the scriptures we touched on. And how important it is to listen, all right? But at the end half of the lesson, we got James 1 and 22, speaking on the importance of, not only just hearing and listening, but doing as well. And this is a follow-up lesson to that. And, of course, we got to start this one off. And you don't have to watch them together. You'll probably get more edification that way, but this one is just going to be, we're going to start up with James 1 and 22 anyway, so you'll still get that part. So, following up from yesterday, you can't just listen, all right? You can't just hear, okay? You have to do as well. You can't, yesterday I used the analogy of IKEA instructions, okay? And you would not get IKEA instructions just to read for entertainment, all right? You would read them for instruction so you can build that thing yourself, all right? It goes the same way when you're going on the brothers' comment boards and watching videos, okay? You're not just showing up for entertainment, all right? It's not, these videos aren't made to entertain you, all right? They're to edify you, all right, and instruct you, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. It's not for fun. Some things we might say might be entertaining. Some topics might end up being a little bit entertaining due to the nature of that they are, but they're not for entertainment, all right? They're not to make you feel entertained, not grab some popcorn and sit behind the screen and watch debate videos or whatever, all right? And that's why, the true men in this truth don't do no damn debate videos, all right? Starting with Great Millstone on down, all right? Because, not being a part of Great Millstone myself, but that's who I learned from, and I recommend, I always say it, I recommend you brothers and sisters do the same. It's not no theatrics, all right? You have to be in a learning mode, all right, when you go around them brothers, all right? And same for the brothers that are teaching, all right, and in the same like manner, such as myself, right? I'm not going off of gimmicks or any of that type of shit that these other camps do, because that's not the point. It's not for entertainment. Gimmicks are for entertainment. Theatrics are for entertainment, all right? It's none of that. Okay, with the only thing that you should be coming to watch videos for is edification, all right, instruction, all right, and that's that, right? Learning to get this word, all right, not for no entertainment, okay? So you come over in that spirit and that mind ready to hear, but once you understand that, all right, you got to do, all right? So let's get James 1 and 22. It says, we're going to start with 19, James 1 and 19. It says, "Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath. For the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of Yahweh. Wherefore, lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness the engrafted word, which is able to save your souls." Here's the point for today's lesson. "But be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. For if any be a hearer of the word, and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass. For he beholdeth himself, and goeth his way, and straightway forgetteth what manner of man he was. But whoso looketh into the perfect law of liberty, and continueth therein, he being not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the work, this man shall be blessed in his deed." Okay, so that's another thing. You can't be forgetful hearers. You can't, when you come over here, you have to be, your ears have to be wide open. Okay, they have to be wide open. You have to be tuned to the right signal, right? You have to sit down and lock in, man. And you can't be a forgetful hearer. Doing that shit where oh, I forgot, right? Meanwhile, somebody told you about something, and you forgot. All right, imagine how annoying that could be. All right, going on a comment board asking a question, and then you being told, and then you asking the same question. And not that happens. I'm just giving an example of being a forgetful hearer. All right, and you ask the same question. It's like you didn't, you've already been told, and now you had to be told again. All right, when you should have had it memorized. You should have took notes, right? And that's why it's so important to take notes as well. Okay, because that's something I need to get back in. That's my main thing right now. Is I want to find a way to, kind of overhaul my note system that I'm taking, because I got my note system I've had for years, and I want to start making physical copies of my notes and have and reorder the digital copy, because a lot of my digital stuff that I have going on, I use a program called Obsidian, and that's how I take my notes. And I've showed brothers, before through videos about how I go through it. But I just basically write the note down. I have to go through there. I got to delete a lot of duplicates, because like I said, I'd hear it and I just write it down. And I got a lot of duplicates in there. I want to overhaul those and have a better system down, right? And because it helps when you're making these lessons, go through your notes, right? You can go to any topic, all right, make a lesson, and it helps, but it helps, to get that down and to bake it into your mind, so you don't forget it, all right? Because you don't want to be a forgetful hearer, okay? Being told, hearing the same thing 10, 20, 30, 40 times, and you forget it, all right? That's not something you want to be. And, some brothers are going to have better memories than others. I myself, I don't have the best memory, all right? Some brothers are going to have better memories. I myself, not blessed with that ability to have super good memory, right? So you don't want to be a forgetful hearer. And as a matter of fact, I want to go over to the Good News Translation and grab this as well. So, I'll go from verse 19, all right, again. So it says, "Remember this, my dear brothers and sisters. Everyone must be quick to listen, but slow to speak and slow to become angry. Human anger does not achieve Yahweh's righteous purpose. So get rid of every filthy habit and all wicked conduct. Submit to Yahweh and accept the word that he plants in your hearts, which is able to save you. Do not deceive yourselves by just listening to his word. Instead, put it into practice. Whoever listens to the word but does not put it into practice is like a man who looks in a mirror and sees himself as he is. He takes a good look at himself and then goes away and at once forgets what he looks like. But those who look closely into the perfect law that sets people free, who keep on paying attention to it and do not simply listen and then forget it, but put it into practice, they will be blessed by Yahweh in what they do." That's fire right there, man. So you can't, imagine going to the mirror, seeing yourself, and forgetting what you look like immediately as you walk. How are you going to do that? How are you going to do that? Does my beard look okay? Yeah, it looks all right. Walks away. Wait, did it look all right? Yeah, it looked all right. Oh, shit. One more time. Did it look all right? Guess it did look all right. All right, I'm going to walk out of the house. I should probably look at myself in the mirror one more time. Don't you know? You just styled it. Don't you? And you just saw yourself in the mirror. You should know what you look like, But you don't want to be like that, man. All right? So you got to be a doer also. You got to be a doer also. Right? And that's the whole reason coming around, all right, is instruction, all right? And that's like we got yesterday with, instruction and righteousness, all right? All scripture is given by inspiration of the Most High, instruction and righteousness, right? And roughly paraphrasing, of course. And like I said, you wouldn't go and get just the IKEA manual and just read it for entertainment. You're reading it because you're trying to build something, right? In this case, we're trying to, build up ourselves, all right, to spiritually, build up ourselves spiritually through the Spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Shai, so that Lord has mercy on us, all right, and we have, get the strength to ability to endure, and, to rehearse the righteous acts, all right, because another one is, I'll go get it here. If you love me, keep my commandments. All right, it's right here. John 14:15. If you love me, you will keep my commandments. So, hey, if you love the Lord, you're going to keep his commandments. And that's doing. That is doing. All right, and there we go. Let me bring that search back up. So that is doing, okay? You want to, again, bear with me just one moment. Oh, it's like you. You don't want to just, you don't want to just hear, all right? You want to do also. Again, what's the point of reading the manual if you ain't fixing to build something, all right? And also building up, the house of David, all right? So if you ain't fixing to build something, why are you reading the manual on how to build it up? It just doesn't make sense, all right? It's not something for entertainment, okay? But we know this world's all messed up, right? So let's go ahead and get Philippians 4:9. It says, those things which ye have both learned and received and heard, all right, you learned them, you received it, all right, and heard and seen in me, do, and the Yahweh of peace and the power of peace, right, shall be with you, okay? One more time. Those things which ye have both learned, those things that you have learned, right, and received and heard and seen in me. The things that you have learned, the things you have received, the things that you have heard and seen in the Most High, do those things, right? Do, and the power of peace shall be with you. Let's get that same scripture in the Good News Translation and see what it has to say. Put into practice what you learned and received from me, both from my words and from my actions, and the power who gives us peace will be with you. Again, you gotta be a doer, not a hearer, not be, but be ye doers of the word, not hearers only. You can't just be a hearer, all right? And it's impossible to be just a doer, okay? Because you can't be a doer unless you've heard. But you can hear and not do. You can't do and not hear, right? But there are people that hear and then don't do, right? And there's things, of course, that you got to build yourself up to, okay? You're not going to be perfect in a day. That's not how it works. But, the point is building yourself up by doing other things to get yourself to that point, right? And there's, that's what this truth is. You grow, all right? It's organic. You grow in this truth. You grow in this ministry, okay? You're not going to be perfect in one day. But doing, all right, will get you to that point, okay? Doing will get you to that point. All right, when you first when you first start out making lessons, are they going to be bad? Probably, right? My first lessons I ever made was just right, so yeah, all right, okay, yeah, and I still do it from time to time, all right, as some of us do, but as Elder Menach Zatbai said, from GMS North Carolina, what does he say? He said, all right, okay, all right, okay, all right, okay. And that's what, and so, yeah, is your first lesson going to be like that? Yeah, all right, and, you'll get better at time, man, because you will grow, okay? And at first, you're a little camera shy. You're not used to just talking into a phone to seemingly nobody, right? You're talking to people, but you're not really talking to them at the time. You're talking at them, right? Because really, we make these videos, unless it's live, then we're talking to people. We're talking to you now, but we're really just talking to a phone at the time being. No one's hearing it other than ourselves at the moment. But once it's uploaded, it's there. But so you got to get used to that. Talking, talking to an audience. Really, it. You'll get used to it. I never thought I was going to get used to it, but then you do, right? And Most High will get you there. All right, you just got to follow the right path and keep on doing what is right. All right, keep on keeping on. As the old English people said. All right, I think it was a wartime slogan, but keep calm and carry on. All right, and that's what you got to do. Keep calm and carry on. All right, you'll get there, man. Keep on praying. All right, and that's doing as well. All right, because the scriptures talk about praying a lot. Okay, So if you're praying, that's doing. All right. By, keeping the dietary law, that's doing. All right. By praying, that's doing. All right. By repenting, that's doing. Okay. By making these lessons as a man, that's doing. All right. Not every man's going to be able to teach like that. Right. But if the capability is within you, you should be doing it. You shouldn't be holding back on the Lord if you got it within you. Right. And I had it in me to do these lessons. So here I am. So, and what, doing, right? What's another one? For the women, all right, being a subjecting to your husband, that's doing, right? That's doing. You can't be a woman in this truth and not be subject unto your husband. And you're being, how do I want to say it? Disorderly, that's the word I'm looking for. Disorderly, I was going to say disrespectful, but disorderly, disrespectful, out of order to your husband, all right? You can't be like that, all right? You have to be subject unto him, all right? You have to be submissive, all right, and feminine to him. You can't be coming at him like a man. What you want? What? Leave me alone. What? Can't you see I'm not in the mood right now? Leave me alone. And you wonder why he treats you some type of way, all right? So there you go. And the same thing with you men. You have to give, what does it say? Give, as she is the weaker vessel. So you have to give love and respect to the women as well. Let me get that one. Yeah, 1 Peter 3:7. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife, as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. You guys are a team at the end of the day, okay? You're a team, and you can't have a team arguing with each other, because that's not very much of a team, is it? So it's going to be a messed up team, all right? Imagine if a football team didn't coordinate, all right, and they're yelling at each other. And it happens from time to time, and nothing gets done, all right? People are yelling, it was your fault. No, it was your fault. It was your fault. Shut up, man, and play the damn game. All right? Or else you're never going to get a touchdown over here bitching and bickering at each other. All right? And if you're the same with you men and women, man, how are you going to, walk this walk of faith, all right, together if you're both in this truth together? If you're constantly bitching and nagging at each other, man. All right? You're a team at the end of the day. You're a team. All right? And teamwork makes the dream work. All right? So you're a team, man. So, hey, man, you got to play ball. Play ball. So, but don't, if you're constantly at each other's throats, it's not going to work, man. So, you men, you got to understand that women, they're under the curses as well, all right? They can't be perfect. You women, you need to understand that men are under the curses as well. They can't be perfect, all right? And, hey, you're going to have arguments and fights and bickerings from time to time, but, hey, the man shouldn't be beating up on the woman. And the woman should be being submissive to the man. All right? Really, if everything was in order, it would work out perfectly fine. Because the woman would be submissive. It wouldn't cause the man to anger. The man wouldn't be some type of way because he's being angry. And the woman wouldn't be some type of way because the man's angry because of some situation that happened because somebody somewhere down the line did something. Right? There'd just be peace. All right? But this isn't, we're not really in the time of peace right now. So this is, yeah, we'll just get from 46. There's a lot of good stuff here, but 46 is really the point. This is Luke 6:46. And it says, "And why call ye me Lord, Lord, and do not the things which I say?" Remember earlier, if you love me, keep my commandments. Did we get that? I believe we got it already. If you love me, keep my commandments. And verse 46, Luke 6:46. "And why call ye me Lord, Lord, and do not the things which I say?" That doesn't make much sense, does it? It says, verse 47, "Whosoever cometh to me, and heareth my sayings, and doeth them, I will show you to whom he is like. He is like a man which built an house, and digged deep, and laid the foundation on a rock." A rock is a very sturdy platform, right? It's talking about laying a foundation, right? It says, and when the flood arose, the stream beat vehemently upon that house and could not shake it, for it was founded upon a rock. Rock is very strong. All right, remember, the Lord is like our rock. It says, but he that heareth and doeth not is like a man that without a foundation built a house upon the earth. No foundation, right? It says, against which the stream did beat vehemently, and immediately it fell, and the ruin of that house was great. It's going to wipe you all away. Going to wipe you all away. All right, so you got to do, all right, rehearse this righteous acts, man, and be built up in this truth. You can't just hear it and just go your own way, all right? You can't just do what you want to do. That ain't how this works, all right? That was never a part of this ministry ever, just do what you want to do. You know, that Christian shit, come as you are. No, man, you got to change, all right? If you got a weak foundation, the Lord's going to knock you down, man. The Lord is going to knock you down. So, and the next scripture we're going to get, and the last scripture for this lesson, Matthew 7 and 24 and 26, is really dealing with the same thing. And matter of fact, you know what? I want to get this in the Good News Translation. So, and it starts with 46. So here we are. Verse 46. Why do you call me Lord, Lord, and yet don't do what I tell you? Anyone who comes to me and listens to my word and obeys them, I will show you what he is like. He is like a man who in building his house dug deep and laid the foundation on rock. The river overflowed and hit that house, but could not shake it because it was well built. But anyone who hears my words and does not obey them is like a man who builds his house without laying a foundation. When the flood hit that house, it fell at once. And what a terrible crash that was. What a terrible crash it was. There you go. All right, because you weren't built up. All right, and doing will build you up through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai Shai. But if you're not doing, then what are you doing? Apparently, nothing at all. And doing is key, just like listening is key. You got to listen, then you got to do. All right? Like, I don't know if the Spirit's going to be on me to keep on doing these insert thing here is key videos, but I think, you know, listening is key, doing is key. That's a pretty good little duo. All right, I can't think of, you know, if the Spirit's on me, I'll make another one, but I can't think of another one of what would be key. Praying is key. That's another one that's key. All right, but that goes back to doing, right? So Matthew 7 and 24, and this is going to be similar to the other scripture we just got, but Matthew 7 and 24 says, this is, and the last two things we've read is in red letter again, so that's Yahushua speaking, all right? So you'd be wise to listen to the words of Yahushua, okay? Matthew 7 and 24, and all the words that are written within this Bible, all right? There's a lot of wisdom in them, all right? All scripture is useful for, edification, exhortation, instruction in righteousness, right? Roughly paraphrasing. So 24, it says, therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man which built his house upon a rock. And rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. And that's the same thing with, you know, being in this truth. You know, you're going to go through hell. You might get sick. You might have this happen, that happen, this happen, that happen, that happen, this happen, that happen. All right, but if you got a good foundation through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shai Shai, you'll be all right, right? And that's the thing, you know, and going through the hells that we go through, all right, issues and fights and arguments with loved ones or whatever, and sicknesses and vexations at work or with people or issues or drama or different things like that, things breaking, things like, my video getting canceled today. I was vexed. I was mad as hell. But those things will build you up. And in time, you know, at first, when you first get sick, you might have that situation. You know, you build up faith. You might have it when you first get sick and you're afraid. Oh, I'm afraid. What happened? What if this? What if that? What if this? What if that? What if this? And then, you know, you say, oh, I need to have more faith in Yahweh Shai. And then you get over that. And the second time it comes, you're like, oh, man, what if? You're like, I know it. Nope. I need to stop. I did this last time. I need to have faith in Yahweh Shai. He's going to help me out of this. That's fine. And then the next time it comes, you might have only one of those, like, oh, what if, get out of my head, demon. Look, you know how the other two times he helped me out just fine. And then you keep going through that, and you might not even have that anymore. Like, psh, yeah, this is fine. Yahweh Shem Yahushua has got me. Yeah, demons don't even try to come over here, demons. I already know the Lord's already helped me out 3 or 4 times, right? So you'll get like that through building up, and your foundation gets built. But if you have a weak foundation, you're going to crack, man. You're going to crack. All right, and it's important to have a good foundation, especially coming to the times where they're going to start putting that mark of the beast out there. You don't want your foundation to crack, and you give in and you take it. You want to have a strong temple, strong foundation, all right, and to where they can batter at that door all damn day long, all right, and you don't give in, all right. So that's where you want to be, because the Lord is our rock, all right. That's who our foundation should be built upon, is upon Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because it will not be moved, right. So verse 25, it says, and the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. And everyone that heareth these sayings of mine, and doeth them not, shall be likened unto a foolish man, which built his house upon the sand. Sand, that's even, ooh, that's bad, right? And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it. Whew. Look at this. And it came to pass, when Yahushua had ended these sayings, the people were astonished at his doctrine, for he taught them as one having authority, and not as the scribes. Imagine, ooh, man, imagine, I'm sure, we were there. Not that we remember it, because there's no remembrance of former things, man, but like, imagine now hearing Yahushua preach that, like, for the first time, man. Whew. I know the room went silent. That was heavy. That's heavy, man. That's some heavy stuff. All right. Now that's something that's deserving of that explosion sound effect. Right? IUIC, you're not saying nothing that's worthy of that sound effect, man. Get out of here. But that's deserving of one of those. Boom, man. That's great. All right. That's excellent. All right. That's heavy. All right. So you want to be the foundation built upon a rock, not that upon the earth or sand. And doing is key. You got to listen, and then you got to do. You can't just be a hearer only. You got to be a doer as well. So that's the lesson. All right, I don't know how long we went on for. Maybe a little bit of a shorter one, maybe not. I don't know. Not sure. But Lord willing, no matter how long it was edifying nonetheless. I'm going to go ahead and close out with that. And again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. I want to say shalom to you brothers and sisters out there. Keep enduring, keep the faith, keep on doing, keep on listening and doing. And Lord willing, we'll be out of here soon. Till next one, Lord willing, shalom.